305 Oregon here. I deleted my last video because I said something that I didn't mean. What I said was there's not a lot of good information on the internet about Orgonite, which isn't true. What I really meant was I really want to understand the quantum mechanics behind it, behind orgone energy, behind scalar energy. It's the same thing. Dark matter, dark energy. These are all forms of superluminal light. And there is some good information on the internet, but it really doesn't get it deep into it, deep enough for me anyway. And I'm working on that without running mathematical models into my mind. I'm using visualization. Don't know if what's going to come out of that, and it's interesting things. It's very interesting energy. And so, what I really want to talk about is 5 pieces of advice that I've used and I continue to use. And so, let's begin. When something is at least 90% true, whether it be religion or science, it's hard to find what is false about it. To distinguish between what is true and false when something is 90% true. And we really think about it, there are things everywhere that you'll come across, like say religion. In Christianity, there are thousands and thousands of denominations, and of course not all of them are going to be right. And in science you have neo-Darwinism, or Darwin's theory of life, and if you want to believe it or not, it doesn't explain life. Certainly not the first living cell. And it doesn't explain the fossil record adequately. The Discovery Institute, by the way, elucidates this very well. They explain that very well. And I read some of the books coming from people who work at the Discovery Institute, and they've done a great, fantastic job explaining it. They even have counter-arguments from their detractors, people in science, and they haven't convinced me, but that's another subject, so the first thing is to study the philosophy of science. Science used to intimidate me. Scientists with their ideas used to intimidate me, but they don't anymore. There's a principle in science, it governs science, called methodological naturalism, or methodological materialism. Go ahead and Google that. I'll let you do that. I won't explain it. And so that's not a hard thing to do. The second thing is more personal. Work on your heart. I've worked on mine. The Bible mentions the heart many times throughout its pages. And not everybody has a bad heart, and you can certainly work on yours. I would recommend what the Bible says, to guard your heart. And be careful what you let inside, and what kind of feelings, frequencies that you let inside of you. Number 2 is seek wisdom. Wisdom does not come from age. It comes from maturity. And the Bible says, if you call upon God, ask God to give you wisdom, and He will freely give it to you. And number 3, I recommend to seek answers within yourself, within your mind and your spirit. And, it says, someone says something to you and it's not the truth, don't believe it. Number 4, prayer and meditation. And I've become a big fan of meditation, and I love it. I highly recommend that you get into that. But beware, there are negative spirits out there. And like I say, part of guarding your heart is to be aware of negative spirits. At least that's what I believe. Be sensitive to the energies around you. And so don't invite any negative spirits into your life if you suspect they are. Don't let your guard down. Be very careful. And meditation could be a possible way they can get into you. So, whoa, that was a big lightning right there. So, back to gather my thoughts here. That's pretty much it, what I wanted to say. And I have my own way of meditation that, it's not really for me. I did pick it up from somebody a long time ago, but it was another subject. has to do with Qigong, that when I meditate, I wish to do an inventory on my own body. You know, I'll start with anywhere, my head, my skin, my arms, my torso, my eyes, particular body parts. You look for what feels like energetic blockages there. And you don't force those blockages to melt away, to vaporize. You just take note of them and just let them be. Just notice them. And just try to relax them. Just relax all your muscles, all your energy in your body. As you meditate, and you relax the monkey mind. Just let it flow. Don't force anything. And that's the primary way I like meditation. So, I wish the best to all of you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So, take care, everybody.